And now on to happier news. The post office has been saved, ladies and gentlemen, because they want to deliver your takeaway pizza or your Uber Eats burger straight to your house. So start making those orders today. You might get it within 2 or 3 months. Okay, no, but seriously, what the post office wants to do is anything that's under 1 kilogram can only be delivered by the post office according to some obscure piece of legislation from the 80s. And the post office is very adamant all courier companies are actually breaking the law if they deliver something to you that is under 1 kilogram. Because there's currently a court battle going on between the South African Post Office and private couriers regarding the delivery of parcels which weigh less than 1 kilogram. Because according to the Postal Services Act of 1998, which states only a licensed postal services operator may render services defined as reserved postal services. Essentially what that means, the post office is the only licensed authority to deliver parcels under 1 kilogram. That's essentially what it is. And the post office, which hasn't made a profit in 20 years, which has retrenched hundreds of people, which has been bankrupt for 20 years as well, now wants to enforce that piece of legislation to make sure that it is the only company in South Africa who can deliver things to you which are under 1 kilogram. So just imagine the scenario. You order, I don't know, a Big Mac from McDonald's on Uber Eats. One single Big Mac. It weighs half a kilogram or whatever the case might be. The post office must collect that burger for you and then deliver it to your house. Not Uber Eats, not Mr. Delivery, not anyone else who can actually do it in 10 minutes or less. No, the post office. According to the law, the post office must get into the food delivery service. This is insane. This is utterly insane. What on earth is going to happen if the post office wins this court case? Are delivery drivers going to have scales in the car to weigh your food? Or do you have to order like 2 extra huge, supersized Big Macs with the shakes and the fries and everything else to make sure that it weighs over 1 kilogram? So I'm making a joke, but the practical implications if the post office wins this are very dire. For example, a transporter carrying tons of cargo made up of individual packages weighing less than 1 kilogram each would not be allowed to do so. Another example is when a shipment of shoe boxes with the weight of less than 1 kilo will all have to go through the post office. So we mustn't just think of this in terms of like your comfort, right? You order something off Takealot and it gets delivered in 2 days. Look at the sort of macro issues at hand here. If you have someone delivering fruits, right? Bundles of banana, and each bundle of banana is under 1 kilogram, the post office will have to deliver that to the supermarket from the farm. I mean, it's so impractical and daft and stupid. Only the ANC could come up with this idea. But according to the post office, there is actually an upside because unlike private couriers, the post office is not allowed to charge according to the distance that items are transported. So it's quite great. You order your Big Mac burger, it will come in 3 months, but hey, you won't be charged for the delivery fee. Isn't that wonderful? A great upside to the consequences of this potential court case. The post office, if you are watching this, I have a little hint for you. I ordered a Big Mac off Uber Eats or wherever. The Big Mac cost me 50 bucks. The delivery charge is 10 Rand or 20 Rand. You know what? I will pay that delivery charge because it gets you in 10 minutes and I don't have to drive to McDonald's. Like, it is that simple. I will pay for the comfort of delivery. I don't need the post office not to charge me for delivery because I'll only get that Big Mac in 6 months. There's no argument here. Look at what consumers are doing. They are using these services because they are reliable, they're relatively cheap, and they work. And if they're expensive, people still pay anyway. We don't need the post office. We don't need the post office to deliver pizzas to people. For goodness sake, please, High Court, if you are watching this, think a little bit, please. This law is wrong. Don't rule in favor of the post office. Please, you'll ruin everyone's weekends. And all the delivery drivers won't have a job anymore. For what? To save the post office, which hasn't really existed in 30 years. Come now, let's be serious.